Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of R&Dgarage. I want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking my videos. Well, due to the shelter-in-place laws, we aren't able to go to the warehouse to actually work on cars, which, sucks. But I figured I'd bring back a bunch of tools so that I can do some tool reviews for you guys. If you have any tools that you would like to see reviewed, or if you've heard of a tool or anything, be sure to put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to review it for you. And as much as I'd like to, unfortunately, our toolbox is at the warehouse, so I'm sorry, no toolbox review as of yet, but we will get to it, I promise. Okay, let's go ahead and check out what tool we're doing today. So we've all dealt with these nasty little buggers. We've got various snaps here. So these are good for a bunch of things, mainly, body moldings, inner fender liners, anything to keep the car basically looking smooth. But when it comes time to pull off a panel or something like that, these can be a little tricky to pull off because they don't come off with like your typical traditional, screwdriver. So I'm going to show you some tools that'll greatly help. So the snaps I showed you earlier were all brand new, therefore clean and pristine. These are the kind of snaps that you're more likely to come in contact with. This is off of the FJ after a couple seasons of doing a little off-roading. And this is what, again, you're most likely to see. Obviously, someone tried to take this off, not with the right tool. But then again, sometimes like the little snap, the head won't come up anymore. It's just grimy, dirty, full of undercoat, what have you. So what I'm going to do is show you the correct tool to use. With each particular snap, you want to use the right tool for the job. So you'll notice this one has a Phillips head. So for this one, you would use a Phillips screwdriver to basically unscrew it until it pops off. With this one off of the FJ, you can just go ahead and use a flat bladed to try to pry it off. But some snaps, you'll notice, have no moving parts whatsoever. And in that case, you're going to want to use a particular tool that's made for this. So this tool is great because you can see the snap fits all the way at the end of the tool. And that way, when you're prying it off, you're doing it the right way and it won't break. So the idea between these two types of tools is that you can slip it in behind the clip and squeeze the release tabs. These come in different kinds of, at angles, basically. You'll notice these are straight up, this is kind of slanted, and that's so you can get it in between any body panel on the car. Another way to use this tool is to wedge it in like this so that you can pop the spring release. These two tools have a couple of cool different features to them. You'll notice this one has a couple of rubber heels. This is kind of awesome. So let's say you're prying a snap off and you have to lean it against the car. You won't damage the car because they're rubber. This other tool is also pretty cool. You'll notice when I close and kind of bring it forward, there's a little itty bitty hole. These are for the smaller diameter clips. And so when you pry it apart, that's for my two dogs, sorry. You're able to grasp it and then pop the head off. What's also cool about these two is that they come outfitted basically like scissors. They've got a couple of very sharp blades. So let's say you're struggling with the gross FJ, inner fender liner, and you can't get it off, you're running out of time, you're getting frustrated. At this point, it's just easier, and since the blades are so thin, you can go ahead, pop it in like that, and just snap it off. So this tool is perfect for door panels. So let's say that if this was attached down here, you'd slide it in and boop, out comes the snap. The only thing with these, since it's all metal, I usually like to wrap it with masking tape just so you don't harm the door panel you're working on or any other body panel by setting it down. So these tools were actually for vinyl wrapping to get, everything around the corner or, what have you. But I've noticed these are actually pretty good, especially these three, for basically finding out where a clip is hidden under a body panel. Because They're very thin. They're kind of, hard plastic. And so you can kind of get it in around the corner and see if there's a snap. So here we have a more traditional trim removal kit. These are great. These come in all shapes and sizes, so it's just basically a matter of which kit is best for you. I like this one, especially this tool right here, because it fits perfectly in, and it basically at the angle, you can use it like a crowbar, which is pretty cool. So these came in like every different shape you can think of. Some I haven't even used before. I look forward to it. This one's pretty cool because it actually comes with a handle. Just had to say that. What's also, okay. So another thing about these kits, whatever you're working on, your tool is basically going to be harder than the material you're working on. And so you don't want to leave behind a hole or a rip or anything like that. So, which is great because these kits come in all sorts of materials, from hard, super hard plastic to medium hard plastic. And they also have jelly versions as well, which is pretty cool. So this is just a small example of the clips and snaps that are out there. Every time I work on a new car or an older car, I run across a clip or a snap that I've never seen before, hence my growing tool collection. I expect this is going to be kind of the same experience you guys are going to have as well. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tool review as much as I enjoyed making it. There are definitely more to come. Again, if you have a tool out there that you're not quite sure how to use and you would like to see me review it, please put it in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for subscribing and for liking my videos and for sharing them. Have a great week.